The PBY Catalina is a flying boat and amphibious aircraft that was produced in the 1930s and 1940s. The Catalina is 63 feet long with a wingspan of 104 feet. It is powered by two 1200 horsepower radial engines and has a maximum takeoff weight of just over 35,000 pounds. During World War II, PBYs were used in anti-submarine warfare, patrol bombing, convoy escort, search and rescue missions, and cargo transport. The crew of 10 consisted of the pilot, co-pilot, flight engineer, radio operator, navigator, radar operator, bow turret gunner, two waist gunners, and a ventral gunner. The designation PBY was determined in accordance with the U.S. Navy Aircraft Designation System of 1922, PB representing patrol bomber, and Y being the code assigned to Consolidated Aircraft as its manufacturer. U.S. Navy Catalinas used in the Pacific against the Japanese for night operations were painted matte black and were sometimes referred to as black cats. The Catalina was one of the most widely used seaplanes of World War II, with about 3,300 aircraft built. Catalina served with every branch of the United States Armed Forces and in the Air Forces and Navies of many other nations. The last military PBY served until 1982 in Brazil. Catalinas were well known for their long range and slow speed. One insignia used for military Catalinas was a winged turtle with the motto, "Though slowly, I always get there." To this day, Catalinas continue to fly as water bombers in aerial firefighting operations in some parts of the world. The longest commercial flights, in terms of time aloft, ever made were the weekly Qantas flights flown by Catalinas from 1943 through 1945 over the Indian Ocean. This flight was over 4,100 miles of non-stop flying between Perth, Australia, and Sri Lanka. As the Catalina typically cruised at 125 miles per hour, this took 32 hours and was called the flight of the double sunrise, since the passengers saw two sunrises during their non-stop journey. The flight was made in radio silence because of the possibility of Japanese attack. Crews navigated only by compass and stars. The Catalinas used for this flight were stripped of all non-essential equipment. Due to the auxiliary fuel required for this long flight, the maximum payload was 1,000 pounds, or 3 passengers plus military and diplomatic mail. There are only 4 or 5 Catalinas in the world that currently take off and land on water, and the Princess of the Stars is one of them.